hope you're all doing really well, and thank you so much for being with me today. I'm really looking forward to this reading for some reason. I'm just feeling really positive. I'm feeling uplifted for some reason. I've got a lot of energy. I'm starting to do a 3-day juice cleanse detox type thing, which always helps with my chronic fatigue. So hopefully it'll raise my vibration much more. And yeah, when that happens, I'm able to do more readings, guys. And also, I just wanted to say a big thank you to those who are messaging me, emailing me, and leaving donations. I am so thankful for your support. You have no idea what it means to me, and you're all really appreciated, guys. Thank you so much. Now, today, we have got 4 readings in front of you, 4 cards, and I have got the goddess cards, these goddess cards underneath each deck here. So, what this means is that it might be something like you might want to choose by the tarot cards, you know, or you can choose by the goddess cards, however you want to do it. The first one here is the Triple Goddess Tarot. And then we've got Mela, Bravery. And we've also got, what it means here is Goddess of Courage and Love. Okay, and then we've also got, I think it is Pele or Pele, Release. And this is the goddess of the volcano, Hawaii. I have to look at that focusing thing. And that's the Crystal Visions Tarot for number 2. Number 3 is the Universal Celtic Tarot with Yakami, Confrontation. I have to fix up that focus. And number 4 here is the Lovers Tarot with Athena, Integrity, which is Goddess of War and Wisdom, Greece. Okay, so there's little messages on the back of them. I will read to you once you choose your pile. I'll give you a moment to focus. Put your divine masculine in mind. I've got to tell you the theme, don't I? I've got to tell you the theme first. Hello. I'm just like, you know, galloping ahead right now. So basically what the theme is today is how is he really feeling for you? And how does he think that you perceive him? So it's how he thinks you perceive him to be, which is going to be interesting. So we're kind of like looking at how he might think that you're viewing him right now, and what you might feel for him, etc. So I do have a lot of people ask that question. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens today. So take a moment, guys, put your person in mind and take, focus on the cards. Hello, Group 1. Welcome, guys. I hope you're all doing really well today. Thank you so much for being with me. You chose the Triple Goddess Tarot, which is so cool. I love this new deck. And we've got Mela, Bravery. So I'm just going to see if I can get this focusing today because it is going to drive me nuts if it doesn't. Hang on a moment. So let's have a look. We've got Mela, Bravery. So what does it mean? So Goddess of Courage and Love. No matter what dark paths you travel or what monsters you encounter, do not let fear guide you. Fear will always be present. Walk beside it. If you do not face your fear, you risk being paralyzed by it. Courage is doing what you know must be done in the face of fear. New situations may elicit fears. The key is to meet these fears head on. Just think, what is the worst thing that can happen? It is usually the unknown that arouses the greatest apprehension. That is your special message for today's reading, okay, guys? It could be in relation to this particular connection. You might have fears around it. All right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at what's going on with your divine masculine. What is he really feeling? You know, how is he really feeling? How does he think that you perceive him to be? Oh. Okay, Group 1, please, Spirit. Okay, what is his current energy that he's sitting in, please? Current energy Group 1's person is sitting in, please. We've got the Hermit. I like this card. It's really cool. So we've got the Hermit card. And we've got the Tower reversed. Pretty sure that is the Tower, isn't it? Such a weird illustration, this one. But that is the Tower reversed. Oops, that's come out weird. And we've also got the Hierophant. Wow, your person is going through some significant changes right now because, oh, there's introspection going on here based on something that's really caused some disruption in their heart space. We've got 2 earth signs here. We've got Virgo and Taurus. And the Tower is Mars, which rules, I think it's Aries. So it's just interesting, different energies coming through. But it's interesting because we see that your person's descending into a dark place. Not necessarily a bad thing, but they have a light to guide the way. And they're trying to find some answers within, trying to seek it out. But it seems to me like maybe they need to go deep within right now. Maybe they are going through a dark night of the soul. They have to face their shadows. And there's like changes happening and occurring within them already. It's already happened. Usually the Tower reverse shows that something has already happened. But with the Tower, there's sudden revelations and awakenings. And I feel with your person that something has really... something has massively shifted in their life, causing them to now go within and seek out the meaning of life. So there has been a spiritual awakening occurring right now for your person. This is the spiritual lessons with the Hierophant right here. And they may not have all the answers right now, even with the revelation. They just know they need to go deep within into introspection to really seek out the answers within. And they are seeking out the spiritual lessons, and see how the sunlight's coming down, which is really cool because the Hermit here has all this like a gloomy kind of look to it. It's kind of darkness descending into darkness, and yet there is the light at the end of the tunnel. So you can kind of see him moving towards a tunnel here. Whoop, hang on. A tunnel. Oh, bloody hell. A tunnel. So, you know, you can see that there's light coming down. And it's interesting because even though it's a fairy, I see it like a butterfly, which represents transformation right here too. And your person is starting to gather information. With a squirrel, I see like gathering information here. They're starting to really look at things, or they will start to look at things from a higher perspective. At the moment, they're really just... trying to work things out. Yeah, he's just trying to work things out. See, go into a deep place. There's an awareness coming to your person. And it's very important stuff. It's very significant stuff going on here, especially with 2 major arcanas. It's very, very significant for your person right now to go through this. So then we have, self-focused, masculine energy, self-care. So he's looking after himself. He might be withdrawing from everybody else around him right now. Might be taking, as they say, the phone off the hook type thing. Turning his mobile off. Turning, he's kind of like doesn't want things distracting him. He's going into a deep place. He's really feeling the pull to just be with his own soul right now. To really seek out what it is that you mean to him, what life means to him, where he's next got to go, that kind of thing's coming up here. All right, so let's see what else we can see. Well, wow. So this one came out, miracles are now being manifested, and this is a beautiful butterfly. Once again, transformation, your person's going through a transition. Miracles are now being manifested in his life because he is now being forced in some way, some divine interventions come in, making him have to go within and really look at himself, really gather that information and analyze it, because that's what the Virgo is all about, is analyzing. So, how is he feeling for you right now? How is Group 1's person feeling for them right now? We have the Queen of Wands. Ooh, look. So the Queen of Wands is very confident. See how they're looking up to her and they're admiring her. She's really strong and happy. Like, this is how he sees you to be. Like, you are rising upwards. 6 of Swords. Yeah, look at the clarity coming through with moving on into calmer waters now. It's coming out from that place of darkness. See how they're like kind of coming out from a cave, like they've been in the cave and now they're kind of coming out into the daylight now, into the calmer waters. So wow, it's like your person really feels that you're moving onwards and upwards in life. And we also have what is this one? The Page of Pentacles. How cute is this? I love these cards. So your person is seeing that you are maybe really analyzing your life at the moment. You're really examining things around you. You're not, you might be really deeply focused in something right now. There might be valuable opportunities coming your way. Let's see this. I just want to see what else comes up. This is the Fool card reversed, okay? And it's so cute. It's got a little cat. So the Fool card reversed. They don't feel that you are necessarily jumping in towards them, like into a pathway towards them right now. That you're off doing your own thing. You're chasing your own endeavors. Maybe they feel you've moved on completely from them. And that maybe is why they've also gotten to this point of having to go right within. But they look up to you. They really do put you on a pedestal. They admire you. But they're confused as well as to what to do. See, this is where this confusion is right here. They're confused about, wow, hang on a minute. What's this one? Yeah, they know their limits. Final straw, overload, breaking point. So there's a confusion here, but they also might not know. I feel like you might have put a boundary up here. You know, it feels to me that they got to a point where, yeah, I know what it is. They're not on the same page as you. Like maybe spiritually maybe you're a bit more further on your journey, and they're still back here and trying to find out what things mean, and they're trying to find out more about themselves and learn their lessons here. And maybe you've already gone through hell and back already, and you have already gone through this stage, and you're now moving on from all that now, see? So they might feel that they're limited in how they can approach you or be with you, so they've got no choice but to back off, withdraw, and go deep within. Okay, so, yeah, that makes sense. So we've got blank and inner child. So they are seriously looking at their inner child right now. Soul searching, see? Soul searching, reflecting, and feeling like maybe you are not in any kind of connection, like communication right now. Being speechless, lifeless, and numb. So you're not numb. I feel like you're living life and you're rising up. But they're feeling speechless and lifeless and numb right now. Okay. And, you know, that's a sad thing, but at the same time, he is, he's gaining strength, okay, and clarity. He will come out with that clarity. Whoop, what's this? Yeah, he might be getting out in nature. So he might be withdrawing and going out into a park or near where a waterfall is, somewhere out in nature. Maybe it's his special spot in nature that he likes to go to. And I feel like he reminisces about you. He's thinking of you, even though he's in this space and looking at himself. He's also reflecting on the relationship, reflecting on you. And he's doing this out in nature. It's good for him because he's grounding his energy also, which is very true with the earth signs here. Okay, want to see what else we got here. Can we see some messages before we get to our main question? So he says, if it's meant to be, it will be, baby. Just let it be. Yeah, that's kind of how he is. At the moment, he has had to surrender. He has known his limits now. He can't push for this. He can't really walk away. He feels like he can't really let it go and walk away. He's just got to go within, take care of himself, not really come to a decision of chasing you or letting it go. It's just kind of sitting there. Yeah. You do not know this, but you are the reason I get out of bed every morning. You are my raison. I remember. I looked it up online how to pronounce this, and now I can't remember. I can't remember. It's raison d'etre or something, or raison d'etre. I can't remember, guys, but it does mean you are my reason for being. You are my everything. You are my reason for existing. So that is cool. And he says, I know you think I only care about sex, but it's not true. I do care about you. I just don't know how to share my emotions with words. And, you know, the Aries, which is the Queen of Wands here, really does speak of like lust and passion and fiery passion, you know, that because, you know, the Aries are the fiery, passionate, well, the Queen of Wands is the fiery, passionate Aries. And so he's really magnetically drawn to you. There's a lot of passion there and chemistry, but you might have thought he was just chasing you. Maybe you're a very attractive person, whether it be physically or just your personality. He's very attracted to you, and you might have thought, okay, he's just interested in the shallow stuff. You know, he's not really getting deep with me. And that's probably another reason why he's going within to really reflect now as to who he is. Where does his morals and values lie? But he's saying he loves you. Like, I feel like there's love here. Maybe he hasn't really tapped into that, or he's not allowed himself to. But I definitely feel like it's more. He has very strong feelings for you, and he doesn't know how to. He doesn't know how to sit well in it. He doesn't sit well in it because it is overwhelming and causes him anxiety. So I catch myself imagining our lives lived together and how it would all work out. I know you would treat me like a king. Yeah, because you're a queen. See, he looks up to you like a queen. It's in this nature, sitting out in nature, that he's thinking about all this stuff. All right, so let's ask the question. Hang on, I just want to get one more. So he says, hold on to the happy memories and cherish the sad ones as they both bring great lessons. This is what he's doing right now. He's reflecting, he's looking at the happy memories that you've shared, but he's also learning to cherish the sad ones because they do bring great lessons. He's starting to see, or he will be starting to see what those lessons actually meant between the two of you. All right, let's ask the question, how he thinks you perceive him. How does he think you perceive him? We have the Eight of Pentacles reversed, and we've got the Star reversed, and we've also got the Four of Pentacles. Whoop. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles. All right, might get one more. And we've also got the Seven of Swords reversed. We've got a few pentacles here. Let me get some idea of this, okay? He feels or thinks that you don't see that he's invested in this enough. He feels that you see him as just not working hard towards it. Like he might just make a wish or hope for the best, but that he's not necessarily coming forward and really putting in the hard work or the effort to make this work with you. This is how he sees this. He sees that, what's this one? The Four of Pentacles. He sees that you see him as a bit of a Scrooge. Now that could be financially or even with his emotions right now. But he sees that you don't trust him and that he's not providing you the full truth with his feelings or even where he plans to be in the future. That's something, because he might have only given you like crumbs, you know, he might have even told you, he might have even closed off to any future talk of being together. Let's see what else is coming up here. So yeah, he sees that you don't understand him. He feels misunderstood, lost soul, victim, mistakes. So yeah, he feels that you're looking at him from this higher perspective, like you're onwards and upwards looking down on him. This is how he feels, is that you're looking down on him, that he's not got much to offer you at all, that he doesn't know, he's not standing strong on his 2 feet, that he's not, you know, dreaming big enough and not providing information to you, that he has been sneaky in his behavior, like he hasn't been forthcoming. He feels that you misunderstand this, like he feels misunderstood. And yeah, this is how he sees you seeing him as avoidant, that he's in denial, he's living in fantasy land, he's not confronting things, which it looks like he hasn't been. So yeah, he is seeing that you are seeing these things within him. What else can we get from that? Yeah, he sees that you see that he's apprehensive, guarded, cautious, afraid, and that he's once again not strong on his feet. He's not committed to this. He's not able to offer much, even though he may have offered some things to you. It's not the big stuff. He's not expanding his vision. He's not thinking and like wishing upon a star on this, or keeping the faith or hope. Like, he's just, when things might start going wrong, he might back off and become avoidant, and not want to work on it with you. Instead, he might just escape and run away. And so you're kind of looking at him like a bit of a coward in that way. And that's how he feels that you're seeing him. So you're the only one that I would give my life for. And I found myself when I found you. This is what he's telling you. And I miss you regardless of how things seem. And I want you back in my life, but I'm really afraid of you rejecting me. Yeah, he's afraid that you're going to really tell him to, like, where to go, you know? Because he's just not there yet. He doesn't really know where he's meant to be right now. So yeah, courage. He's trying to embrace courage on his path. And he says, you're my other half. I know that you are. You left a piece of you in my heart and I within yours. So he is really feeling this strongly, that you've really made an impact on him, on his life, on his heart. Listen to your heart over what others say. So he might be afraid that you've got people in your ear as well here, telling you to just forget about him. I left you before you could leave me. Yeah, there's that low self-esteem, not dreaming big enough, not fighting for it, not being committed enough to really make it work, just kind of escaping, when things get too tough. What else does he see you? How else does he see that you perceive him? That he's on a quest. See, he is on his vision quest right now. He's off there and he's trying to find himself. So yes, he sees that you see that he is off doing that right now. So you might be pretty in tune with each other, because pretty much how he feels that you're viewing him is how things are happening right now. I didn't see that come out. Oh, that was weird. It will all be okay. That's interesting. So that's a special message. And dissipating, yeah, his energy is dissipating, his motivation is dissipating. That's how he sees that you're viewing him, is that he's just shrinking away. He's not growing and expanding and shining like you. He sees you like a shining star. And how does he perceive you? How is he perceiving you to be? That you're discovering the world. You're out there discovering yourself and the world, and blossoming and thriving and growing, and you're growing in your self-love, that you're quite grounded in your life. He sees all this. So he also sees that you're transforming. He sees the transformation you're undergoing, and he sees that you are his destiny. The 4 and the 6 is the 10, which I like to relate to the tarot, which is the Wheel of Fortune. So he sees that you are his destiny. He sees that there's good karma around you in your life, that you're thriving, you're moving forward, onwards and upwards, and rising, and vibrating at a much higher frequency. So he feels like he's kind of being left behind. So with his positive side, what does he see that you view him as? That he's adventurous. We're looking at his positive side. At the moment, he might be in shadow. But he sees that when he thinks positively, about his good traits, he sees that you see that he's supportive. Adventurous, supportive, and analytical. That's that Virgo hermit energy, that he might be a thinker, a deep thinker, someone that likes to really, might not take something at just face value. He likes to really get into, gather the information on it. So what does he feel that you see him, what does he feel or think that you see in his shadow self here? What shadows of his does he think that you see? That he's condescending? Oh, hang on. Was there one there? That he's cold? Oh, and that he is depressed. Okay, that's how he feels that you view him right now. So let's get a guidance. What's this one I'm saying? Oh no, what is Spirit helping him to do? Okay, what is Spirit going to help your person, your divine masculine, to move into right now? Tolerance. So you appreciate other points of view because you sense the love in everyone. I feel like your divine masculine also needs to have self-tolerance, okay? I feel like he might be quite impatient on his journey. He wants things to be a certain way. There's a lot of frustration here. But he's also, his message too, coming into that bravery, he needs to face it. He needs to confront this and confront himself, really. And that's what's going on here. And I feel like this is for you too, to keep being strong in your own bravery as well. So what is your guidance card from Spirit? What is Group 1's guidance card? Silence. You got to go within. You got to go within and seek out the answers. Maybe do some meditation, some breathing exercises. It's time to just be in your own presence, in your own beautiful space. Just try and, shut down the mind a little bit. Move away from that clutter that's happening, that the monkey mind, as they call it. Okay, let's see. So releasing, you might have to release this for now. Let your person be on their way to do their healing, okay? That might be what's happening here. Oop. And we've got the Grim Reaper. So this is definitely an ending. So the relationship is over for now. What's going on with this thing? The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. So it doesn't mean it has to be forever over, but it's over for now. You just need to keep growing in your life. Keep going, moving onwards and upwards in your life. Okay. Let's get some charms. For Group 1, please, Spirit. Group 1, some charms for Group 1. Okay, we've got the beautiful amethyst heart here. So there's wisdom coming to the heart chakra. Through this journey of love, there's definitely wisdom coming through. We've got the Christmas tree, which could represent something around Christmas time being significant for this connection. We've also got another little love heart here, which is gorgeous. It says, made with love. So it looks to me like this connection could still prosper, if it's made through love, but something could be given to you like a gift as well that's made through love. We've got Pisces, okay, Pisces energy, intuitive, so trusting in your intuition. We do have the teardrop here, so it represents sadness to me, that there are going to be tears that need to be released here as well, okay? So it could be part of that release card that we saw before. We do have the little cat, so someone could be into cats, but it's also representing protection here as well. And we've got the musical sign, so it could be that someone's into music. You might be connecting through songs, and your person is definitely going to cut away from negative ties, but you might also be cutting away the negative ties between each other, like the negative cords that could be cut between the two of you at the moment as well. We've also got nighttime with the moon. So the moon can represent intuition, but I also feel like your person's thinking of you at nighttime. And this is something that's maybe a very special thing for both of you, is that there is a connection at nighttime for some reason. Okay, they might be looking at the moon the same time you are. So let's have a look at some letters for Group 1. So we've got an X, a B, an S, an M for Mary, M, D, J, L, P, N, K, and U. So the first word I saw was punk, like a punk rocker or What was the other thing I was thinking of? Punk music. We've got bunk or bunk bed, or I don't know what that is, a bunker. We've got buns, B-U-N-S, buns or bun. What else have we got here? We've got bum, B-U-M. Someone could be a bum man. We've got, there's only one vowel, so it's really hard with only one, but what else? Junk, J-U-N-K. So I don't know what you could connect that with, junk. But you know, it could also be that they're into collecting a lot of things. It could be seen as junk. Might be a bit of a hoarder or just love a bargain. What else have we got here? I can't think of anything else really. It's hard, isn't it, sometimes with these things, but just keep it in mind. There's BJPUNKXDMSL. Okay, guys, so I really hope that's helped you today. Don't forget to put a green heart in the comments section below, or write green heart if you want to be in the draw to win a private reading with me, or to go in the draw to win one of my deck of cards, Divine Love Messages from your Twin Flame Soulmate. Look at this message. It's not the right time. Significant, guys. So I hope that's resonated. Please check in next time, and I look forward to connecting with you then. Love and blessings. Hi Group 2, welcome guys. I hope you're all doing really well today. Thanks for joining me. We've got your Crystal Visions Tarot with your card Pele, I think it is, Release. And so your message is Goddess of the Volcano. Sometimes your quiet message goes unheard, and you must turn up the flames. In this way, your fury and displeasure will be known. From there, healing can take place. It is okay to yell. Often a woman who firmly voices her displeasure is derided. Do not hold back. Releasing your rage is cleansing. It is important to vent your feelings, and it is equally important to do so at the right place and time and in the right way. Ooh, interesting, guys. So you might have some pent-up anger or rage or something that you need to let out right now, okay? So let's have a look at what's going on with your person, Group 2. Your Divine Masculine, Group 2. What current energy is he sitting in, please, Spirit? What current energy is Group 2's person sitting in? We've got the Hanged Man reversed. We've got the Tower. Ooh. And we've also got the Unknown card reversed. Interesting. So something is starting to become, well, something has come to light for your person in a very fast, sudden, violent way, maybe. Because they have, something has really, you know, I see like the volcano card, and this is kind of like a volcano, things just erupting and disrupting and crumbling down, and it's just like a really big shaker and mover in this. So I feel like your person is really, you know, being reversed too. So it's saying the unknown. I feel like some things have come to light for your person very quickly, and it looks to me like, I'm going to get more info on the Hanged Man. There's a Pisces energy there. It's funny, you know, because I see him here in this card. What's he doing? He's got his hand over his eyes. Yeah, he's got his hand over his eyes, and it's kind of like, because when you see him up this way, he's reflecting and he's looking within, and he needs to really see something from a different angle. And, you know, being upright, it sometimes represents someone getting on their feet. But I feel like your person doesn't want to see what they're seeing. Yeah, they don't want to see what they're seeing because they're feeling lost. They're feeling grief, sorrow, and pain. They're feeling like there's been a death in this situation. Like, because sometimes when you lose someone, it does feel like a death. The grieving is very, very similar to like how it would be if you physically lost somebody. Because, you know, you have physically lost each other. So it's like your person is undergoing this massive pain right now, and they don't want to see what it is about. They just don't want to, they don't really want to face it. So there might have been some revelation, whether this, you know, for some of you, you might think, well, this is not happening between us, but this is happening inside your person. So it could be an external thing that's happening around them right now that's causing this feeling where they have to, where they're losing things in their life and even their identity and who they were. Or it's going to be between the two of you, this feeling of loss if you're separated. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Angry, volatile, explosive, non-communicative. Your person is not only in pain, but they're angry. They're in so much rage right now. Maybe this tower energy is also your person just cracking the shits, like full-on rage. Like we see the rage release. This is not just your message. This is your person's message right here. That there has to be some release of this anger. Looks like your person is undergoing this right now. And it could come up like they might have really bad temper. They're not holding it within anymore. It's coming out. Wow. And it's really good in a way because at least it's getting out, you know. It's like things will build up for so long in this tower. Things will build up and build up and build up, and then it's like a ticking time bomb, and then things just explode, and that's how your person's very explosive right now. Wow, look, third eye chakra, seeing the truth. Use your intuition to see the truth. Well, sudden revelation came to them anyway, but they are now being required to look within as to the higher lesson as to why this happened. Whoops, there's way too many there. I want to tear off your clothes and have my way with you, leaving my scent and prints all over what belongs to me. Wow. So your person, well, there's a lot of passion, even though it's angriness here. You know, there's anger and there's loss, etc. Your person has a lot of passion for you, and it could be that they want to punish you sexually here as well. So there could be some interesting energies coming through with that. They might be so angry with you, but at the same time so turned on by you at the same time, and yet feeling lost. So it's all sorts of things. Our love is protected, so they're feeling like it's like their higher self coming through, because this is all 3D stuff. Their higher self is coming through and saying, no matter what's going on in the 3D, our love is protected. So let's have a look. What is your person feeling? How is he feeling towards you right now? Because we can kind of see that maybe this is being thrown at you. But for some of you, it'll be other things, external circumstances going on that is causing this. The Lovers reversed. And the Star reversed. And the Nine of Pentacles reversed. And we've also got the Queen of Swords reversed and the Three of Cups. All right. From what I'm feeling is that your person's not happy with you, okay? For a lot of you. If this doesn't really resonate, you might want to choose another pile, because I really do feel this is to do with the connection. Yeah, I really do. I feel like your person's pissed off at you. Maybe you brought some cold hard truths to the table. Or they found out something that's really pissing them off. But what I see is that they don't want... Well, they don't want to build upon something with you right now. It's really interesting because we have this energy which is really interesting coming through. But as I said, it's like a sexual punishment. They really want to just grab you and, you know, make love, like ravage love to you type thing. And it's they feel like you're, you know, and I'm going to say with the Queen of Swords reversed that you've been really like a bitch to them, like you might have just cut them right off, or really, as I said, told them some really hard, cold truths, and that they are just pissed off because maybe you've revealed to them something about them, you know, that they didn't really want known, or it's probably just that you really pierced through the veil and really made them wake up. But they don't want this connection with you right now. They're kind of like in punishment mode. They don't really want to, they don't have the faith or hope for the future with you at this time. This is just how they're feeling in their angry space. And they feel that maybe for some of you there has been a third party situation, okay? There might have been infidelity. Maybe you caught them out on it and you threw them out. That's only going to resonate for some of you. But it does feel like you've cut them off. Yeah, and it does look like a third party has been cut off here too. So they don't feel like, they don't want to look at you as someone that they admire and look up to. At the moment, they're pissed off. Yeah, they're really pissed off. They don't want you to be alone either. I mean, sorry, what am I saying? They want you to be single. They don't want you moving on. So, oh my God, look at this again, guys. Lust. Intensity, sexual energy, non-committal. That is how they're feeling for you and viewing you at the moment. It's almost like that punishment once again, that even though there's deep feelings here and there is love, there is a feeling of resentment and wanting to lash out. And yeah, they do lust after you. That's something that they're doing here. But it also shows me that there are issues around sexuality here. So as I said, there could have been an infidelity, could have been cheating, or just that they didn't get their own way. They're pissed off. They're pissed off with something. And I do feel like you've exposed something. So yeah, they're impatient, urgent, desperate, antsy. So they are not someone who likes, they are not someone what am I saying? They do not like being in the dark. They have to know everything that's going on about you. It's okay for them to keep secrets and hide away and not reveal everything. But if it's to do with you, they want to know all about you, what you're doing, who you're talking with. You know, that's the kind of energy. And it feels like they're quite impatient because maybe you are holding off, you know, not even just on communication or the relationship, but, you know, for some of you, you might be holding off on the sex part of it. You might still be in communication and arguing and fighting right now, but it's the lust, it's the sex that's being held back here, and your person's not happy. So nostalgia, okay, so we got that loss and grief. So yes, there's anger, but there's also loss and sadness. So your person's missing you. They are actually missing that closeness. I feel, no, what does it say? I love that you can see my truth, but it scares the shit out of me too. So you have definitely come along and it's kind of like you've just cut the curtain down, like you've really revealed something about themselves that they don't like, they didn't see coming. And it's really weird because on one hand I feel like they don't want to look up to you, but they do, like you are their queen. But they're pissed off at the same time because they feel like, and it's really weird why I'm saying this, I don't know why this is coming through, but they feel like you're winning. And I don't know what that might mean. You might understand it if there's kind of like a game playing going on here, or whether your person feels like they have to compete with you or be better than you to prove something. It's kind of like that energy coming through where they really might feel like they've got a bit of a low self-esteem. They feel like they have to compete with you in some way. They might resent you because of how up in the world you are. You know, you're moving onwards and upwards. They don't like it that you've got all your shit together, basically. I hide behind material things. Wow, look at that, see? There might be something right there that they're hiding behind. A mask. Just being near you is intoxicating. Yeah, this is like what I'm saying, that when they're with you, they can't think straight. I'm becoming a better person. I'm starting to understand our connection, and I wish things could be different. Yeah, I mean, as I said, there's been a sudden revelation, a sudden awakening on their behalf right here as well, that they're starting to understand what this connection means to them right now. This is why there might be such loss as well, because they're feeling that not only have they lost you maybe sexually, because for some reason this seems to be really important to this person, Maybe they really need that closeness. Maybe they see sex as love or affection. But there's just something about it here that they're really feeling rejected, feeling like they've lost you. And they're starting to understand. Like, I think this is starting to reveal to them what you're not going to put up with. I really don't feel they saw this coming. Okay. So choose love, not fear, 666 3D. So I feel like this is your higher self talking to them. I feel like you're coming in on the 5D even, telling them like to choose love, not fear, because they're really reacting out of fear. I've looked you up online because I'm curious to see what you've been up to lately. Yeah, I mean, that's that like a jealousy coming through, almost like maybe a possessiveness, you know, that they don't want you to move on with anyone else. Even they might have done some things and yet they don't want you to. So when we connect sexually, here it is again, sometimes it's so intense I run because I feel myself falling deeper in love. Now there's that connection with sex and love. I have so many fantasies to play out with you. When can we begin? Wow, guys, like I've not had these cards come out like this all in one go, like with the sexual part of it, okay? Because there's a lot of loving messages in here as well, but your person's really hooked on this type of thing right now. Maybe they're really angry because maybe you've moved on with someone. There could be that as well, that they're starting to feel really upset and angry because you are moving on and they don't like that idea. Okay. So root chakra, it's time to ground your energy and take a practical approach. Your person does see you as very grounded. They feel like they're all over the place going through an emotional storm, and that you're actually quite grounded and you know what you want. You're standing strong in your truth and integrity. And yeah, they're not happy because they feel like you're winning. Now that keeps coming up, guys. Maybe you're going to understand what this is about. Okay, so what else are we looking at? So we are now going to look at the main question. What does your person, like how he thinks you perceive him? How does he think you perceive him to be? Okay. 10 of Pentacles reversed. King of Cups. Got the King of Wands reversed. Page of Cups reversed. And we've also got the Devil reversed. And we've got the King of Swords reversed. Wow, 3 kings. Let me get this, okay? So first up, what I get here is that your person feels that you see them as emotionally weak. But they also feel that you see that they do have a really strong and deep, passionate love for you. But at the same time, they can get angry. They are very short-tempered. They're quick to anger. They can be very immature emotionally. And they feel like you're looking at them as like a little kid reacting and retaliating, like lashing out of anger. Like they can see that you see this, but they don't feel like you're looking at them as anyone who's secure. They might feel like you don't look at them as marriage material, and that they are really holding back. And I am getting the word player, so they might feel that you are looking at them as like a bit of a player, that they're not committed, that they also feel like you're not really attracted to them. They've lost confidence, so they feel like you're looking down at them. What else am I getting with this? We've got the Scorpio and Leo, Capricorn and Aquarius energies here, and Pisces. Just so you guys know. What else? Wow, hang on a minute. Now look at this secret admirer. They feel that you know they're spying on you, because you're quite intuitive. You're switched on, and they know. Well, they feel that you are aware of them secretly admiring you or watching you from afar. They think that you look at them as like, you know, being a coward, running away, ghosting on you and disappearing on you. And that they're kind of like a coward running away with their tail between their legs, and they're looking at you from afar, keeping an eye on, keeping tabs on you. This is how they see that you perceive them to be, which could be very much what they're doing. But they also feel that you have seen them as a very protective, like maybe overly protective in some way, to the point where it's aggressive. That can happen as well. So it's very, very, what am I saying? There's extremes. There are extremes going on. So on one hand, they might just go cold and just disappear. And then on the other hand, when they are, you know, becoming quite jealous is the word I'm getting, then, you know, then you realize, well, hang on, they really are invested and they don't want me moving on. This is interesting. How else do they perceive you? How else do they see you that you're perceiving them? Wow. That they're a narcissist, self-obsessed, egotistical, and blame-shifting, because this is what they're doing at the moment. So they can see, maybe you've called them out on this stuff, they can see that you're looking at them this way. But not just, you know, some of these things, they also feel like you're looking at them like a spoilt brat, that they're reacting like a kid, you know, being immature, that they're not growing up, that kind of thing. That's how they see that you're perceiving them. And how else? What else? That they're confused and they're lost in this cloud of confusion. That they're not listening to anyone else's advice around them. If they are, they're not open to it. So they're seeing that you feel this, that they don't know what the hell they want, and that they're a game player, and that their ego is taking over everything, which is interesting, because I kept saying that your person, he wants to, well, he sees that you're winning this fight or whatever it is, and he's angry because you're standing your ground, you've put your foot down with something. And so, yeah, you're perceiving him as being guilty for something. Interesting. So, okay, so how does he perceive you? How is he perceiving you to be? That it'd be a miracle to be with you, for a miracle for things to change. And he sees that you're quite enlightened, or even that you've come to some kind of awareness or enlightenment in a situation right now, but he sees that you're quite psychic, quite open to that kind of thing, like you're learning your lessons in life, you're vibrating at a higher frequency. What else does he see within you? Wow, guys, miracles has come up again. So this is very interesting. He might feel like there's a real, like you're very spiritual, that you have your guides very strongly around you, and you've got spiritual helpers coming in to guide you along the path, to give you this enlightenment, to light the way, and definitely feels like it would be a miracle to come back to you. Got the number 7, 3 and 4 is 7, so very much the Chariot card in the tarot, which shows me that he feels it would be a miracle for you to come forward towards him again, or vice versa. Okay, so let's get some messages from him. So let go of resentment. Interesting. So you might be holding on to resentments because of his behaviors or actions. And yeah, he's not liking that. He's not liking that at all. So I can't stop thinking about you. There's obsessive thinking about you right now. He can't stop, no matter how much you might try. He just cannot stop thinking about you. We've got Libra, partnerships, fairness, and balance. So it could be significant to someone who's a Libra. But definitely this is what he really does want, is this fairness and balance in the partnership. Yeah. And I feel stuck in a toxic situation. I just can't move right now. Now, the toxic situation is also his own behaviors, his own thoughts, his own addictions, his own patterns that he's refusing to look at right now. So So a burning flame rises up inside of me every time I think of you. I feel so much passion for you. You light my fire. There is such a sexual chemistry, I'm not joking, in this reading, that your person just really needs, like they feel like it's a need and a desire, like they need to be with you. And I can't, wow, this is just amazing. I can't help sending sexual energy. I always desire you. Guys, I'm not joking. You can't make this up. Okay, it's just amazing to me. How does he see that you view him from his positive sides, okay? Because we all have a light side, a shadow side. At the moment, he's definitely in his shadows. But how does he see that you view him in a positive light? So that he's brave, because he does have that fiery spirit, and that he is faithful, okay? That's interesting. So for some of you, you might feel, okay, hell no, because he's cheated on me or something. But there could be something that he has been very faithful to you in other ways, or, you know, there might not be cheating and you do see that he's faithful. That's how he's perceiving, okay? Knowledgeable, that he seems to know a lot. So he might be someone who is just very well educated, or just seem to know a lot about things. That he's a patient person. So at the moment he's in his shadow side, not being very patient. But, you know, when things are good, he might be all these things. So in his shadow self, what does he see that you see him as right now? Accusations, that he's accusing you of things right now. And aggression. So we saw that before, that he could be aggressive, could be passive aggressive. Abandonment issues. He does not like the thought of you abandoning him at all. This is triggering him like mad. And temptation, he sees that, you know, that you see that he's tempted by everything, that he hasn't got any kind of control as well. So let's have a look at... what else have I got here? Yeah, so what is Spirit helping him with? What is Spirit helping him with? Spirit is helping him to be free. So you are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness, because your person's very closed off, very angry, very... like lashing out, retaliation, you know, retaliating, and there's accusations here. So your spirit is helping a person to come through and let it go. Okay, let it go. Because they don't want to see this. They're in denial. He's in denial. He doesn't want to see how things have ended up. And look, he misses you. Yeah, he misses you. There's that loss and grief. He might be really like sulking away a little bit at the moment, really, really in a sad place, in an angry place. I don't know if he might have been sending a lot of texts to you at one stage, and then suddenly nothing. It's like this on-off thing. So what is Spirit guiding you to do? What is Spirit guiding you to do? Group 2. Take control of the situation. Take control of your own life. Put up your boundaries, and just move onwards and upwards in your life. And yeah, I keep getting the word boundaries is really important. So take control of your own life. Don't feel like you're obligated to do anything that you don't want to do. Yeah, just really stand strong in your own power. Now I'm just checking I've got all the cards that I need to today. And we're going to do the charms. Okay, so let's have a look. We're going to do the charms now for Group 2. Group 2's person. Group 2, please. Group 2, Spirit. Whoop. So we've got Alexander the Great, is it? Oh, no, sorry, this is Don Bradman, the cricketer. So it could be someone whose name is Don or Brad. We do have someone who might wear a cap or be into sports, could be cricket. We've also got the numbers 99, 94, 69 or 96, and we've also got the word Sunday here, so Sunday could be something significant. We do see commitment here, guys, and diamonds are forever. So it could be that your person really, once they undergo and go through all of this, you know, it could be that they do want to commit to you. And also we have the guardian angel. So there's a guardian angel looking after you and your person and putting you both under their wing of protection. We have the headphones here, so someone could be into music. We've also got, another message coming through. We saw the Hanged Man card before where he's covering his eyes. And, this is covering the ears. So maybe your person just at the moment doesn't want to hear or see things the way that they're going right now. That's something there. So we've got hope. So there is hope in this connection. Communication could be coming through. And we've also got a car. So someone might love driving a car. Your divine masculine might be doing up a car right now or really be into like motorsports. We've got the Libra card charm again. So Libra. But it shows a balancing of the scales too. And we've got the 4-leaf clover. And also the Sagittarius energy. Okay, guys, let's do the letters. My camera just died, but yeah, let's do the letters for you guys now. So for group 2, let's do the letters for group 2. So we've got a T, an O, a G, a H, an L, an R, U, and an F. This is interesting. So the only one we've got here as a vowel is the O and the U. So we've got a U and an O. Okay. I've got the word foul. F-O-U-L, foul. So some of you could feel like this has been really foul at the moment, like your person's acting very foul. So something coming through for some reason. What else have we got here? Fog, F-O-G, so it could be very foggy at the moment. You've got really no idea, what's going on. There might be some confusion here. Your person's definitely undergoing that. We've got Hog, H-O-G. We've got, what have we got? T, we've got T. T-H-O-R, Thor. So it could be someone loves the movie Thor, could be into that kind of thing, Thor, the Vikings, I think it is, or what is it? We've got the god Thor. We've got G-O, I'm trying to see if there's anything else here. It's really hard sometimes to really find them. It's so weird, these words coming through. Lout. There's not a lot I can get here. There's not a lot I can get here, guys. So if you can work out something that's awesome. We've got GFROHLTU, guys. So if that's resonated, please comment a green heart in the comment section below. If you want to be in the draw to win a private reading with me, or to go in the draw to win a deck of my cards, Divine Love Messages from your Twin Flame Soulmate. And look at that, it says, I blame myself, which is exactly what's going on with your person right now. They are blaming themselves. They might be blaming you, but there is a blaming of themselves going on here as well. So guys, I look forward to connecting with you guys next time. Love and blessings. Hi, group 3. Welcome, guys. You chose the Universal Celtic Tarot and this Yakami confrontation. So let's read your message. So it says, Goddess of Courage. Sometimes you must do what all others fear. Do not let their apprehensions infect you. There is very little to be afraid of in this world. Fear is an imaginary place that we create in our minds. Be brave and slay the dragons of consternation. When you are faced with a fearful situation, step away from it and examine it from all sides. You will find that fear is a paper tiger. It will always appear more ferocious than it actually is. You only need to face your fear to conquer it. Wow, guys, amazing. Facing your fears. I absolutely love it how it says, Your fears are like a paper tiger. How cool. So let's have a look at what's going on with your person. This is for Group 3, Spirit. Group 3, please. What's going on with your Divine Masculine? What current energy is he sitting in? How is he feeling for you? And how does he see that you perceive him? Okay, Group 3. Group 3's person's current energy, please. 7 of Cups reversed. 5 of Swords reversed. And the 5 of Cups reversed. Ooh. Okay, interesting. There's some pretty intense energies going on here. Even though usually these two cards, when they're reversed, can be a lot better, you know, than when they're upright, I still have to go with the feeling that I'm getting, and I feel a bit sick right now. So maybe in your person's tummy, you know, it's like in my tummy, I feel really sick, like nauseous. And I feel like your person's undergoing that feeling right now. They feel like they've really stepped over the mark. They've done something really wrong. Maybe they have betrayed you in some way. Maybe they misused their power, and it's caused them to really go through a rejection here and a feeling of being really sad. They made the wrong choice, I'm hearing. They made the wrong choice. They might have gone after something that was like greener on the other side. The grass is greener on the other side type thing. But as I always say, the grass is greener on the other side because it's fake. And this is what your person's learning. Some harsh lessons here. So yeah, they've been in a world of delusion and fantasies, dreams, fairy tale imagination. This can sometimes be a positive card, but for your person, I feel like there has been, they're not living in reality. They're not living in reality, and it's caused them to be in a place of heartbreak right now. And to be stripped down, like their ego has been stripped down. So yeah, it's like they've come off this horse. You know, either you or someone else has made them come off this high horse that they've been riding on, you know, on their high horse. Influenced. Ooh, look at this. External parties, impressionable, gossip. They have had other people in their ear. But I do feel like it's the third party situation for some of you as well. They might have been influenced by another path that they chose that really, at the end of the day, in the end, it caused them more grief than was necessary. I just keep feeling sick in my tummy. And this is what your person's feeling right now, is feeling really nauseous, like feeling that they really, their actions have really caused them to be wounded, you know, to be wounded. Their ego's been stripped of them now. They've had no choice but to really face themselves and their actions. Yeah. Wow, hang on a minute. That's turned up, right? These are all, and this one, guiding lights. So they're at the moment trying to seek out, wow, they're actually trying to seek out the guiding light, and they might be looking up to the skies, praying to the angels or to God or whoever they believe in, the higher powers right now, to come in and get them out of this rut that they're in right now, because they're feeling quite stuck. And it could have been your anger or someone else's, because it feels like more than one person's been affected by their actions. And they're really, you know, when, like, if someone's throwing malice or really, like, strong, like, rage at you, and you just feel so vulnerable and horrible. And, you know, you might have had enemies in your life where you felt that, and it's just a really horrible feeling. And this is what your person's undergoing now, is like they feel like they're under attack from external energies, because they have really caused disruption and anger, maybe amongst you or others around them, like within you or others around them. So they're not feeling like they are able to really face, they're hiding away. They're not able to face their wrongdoings. Maybe they're still living in a bit of a fantasy world, not seeing things clearly right now. and they're seeking this higher wisdom or higher guidance to come in and show them the way, because they just cannot, for whatever reason right now, access that truth. Maybe they've been in denial for too long. I read every word you've written to me more than once. So you might have sent some harsh text messages or an email, or just something that you could have been even loving things. You could have sent something that was really loving to this person, and they're rereading it at this time, trying to make sense of things. But I keep hearing they didn't choose you. There was a choice that they had to make, and they went, and for whatever reason, we all know we have higher lessons to learn, but they chose another path, which in the end really has hurt them as well. So you're so amazing, it's intimidating. So they really do look up to you. They feel that maybe they don't really deserve you right now. I need space right now. Yeah, they're really hiding away, feeling bad, maybe licking their wounds, maybe a little bit in a victim mode, victim mentality here. Narcissistic, self-obsessed, egotistical, blame shifting. This is what your person is in, this energy right now of feeling like everyone's out to get them. Maybe they're feeling like it's not really their fault this happened, that it was an influence, they're influenced by other people around them, so it wasn't really their doing. They were just tempted by something or whatever it might be. They've got to take account, they've got to hold, be held accountable. They've got to take accountability on this. So, yeah, they're not doing that right now. So what are they feeling for you right now? Ace of Swords. Whoops. Group 3. 3 of Pentacles reversed. The 8 of Wands. And we've got the Moon reversed and the Devil. Ooh, the Devil. All right, let's have a look. So how are they feeling towards you? There's a lot of passion here still for you, but they're angry at you. That's what I feel here, that they're not happy with you at the moment for whatever reason. It's funny, we've got the word confrontation over here, remember? So maybe you confronted them with something and they're just not, or they're not happy with the fact that they have to confront this issue that they caused themselves. What they need to do, what they want to do, is actually come in and kind of like they feel like they can pull the wool over your eyes. That's sort of how it looks like here, is that they feel that they don't know how to build it with you or to mend it, to make it better, but they want to come in fast, and it's kind of like they want to come in and talk to you and tell you something, like an excuse maybe, so that, they can tell you something quickly so you don't have time to really think about it and to come to it, come to the truth within yourself. They kind of want to get to you before you can sort of, turn into your intuition type thing, or make up your mind, or have people in your ear. They want to control this. Yeah, okay. This is interesting. Energy's coming in these readings. This sounds a little bit like number 2 so far. And they do have passion for you. They do have passion for you. They do want truth to come through, but only on, kind of on their terms. So they don't want anyone else coming forward and talking to you about this. They really want to come forward and tell you what it is, but they're still in fantasy land. Yeah, look at this. They're concealing. They still want the truth. Look, pretend. Yeah, this is what I see, is that they still want to pull the wool over your eyes. There's secrets here that they might still be hiding, that they don't want you knowing, okay? And they know that you're quite a smart person, that you do, you trust in your gut when it comes through. You have had a gut feeling about things. You've been questioning things. And maybe it is they're just not coming forward with the full truth, even though I feel like they want to give you some truth, but not all of it. okay? They might pretend to be like, they might actually come forward and pretend that they do want to sit down and have a deep and meaningful with you and expose everything, like tell you everything and get it off their chest. But I still feel like they're going to manipulate some parts of the conversation so that you don't question anymore or delve deeper into things. You know, Pisces, Capricorn. Yeah, okay. What did we have over here? Did I see? Oh, no, we didn't have anything there. Okay. So, guys, I'm sorry this is happening because it feels like it's been a bit of a whirlwind ride for you, like it's been a crazy ride for you. They want you to be calm. They don't want you to be angry with them anymore. They want you to trust them and to just be happy with the way things are. If they come in, you know, because they're narcissistic, don't forget. So it's all about them. If they come in and they might pretend to be calm when deep down they've got a lot of resentments and stuff going on here. But they also want you to be calm. They don't want you riled up, asking questions, interrogating them or confronting them. They just want things to smooth over very quickly. They don't want to have to answer anything or to anything right now. And it might have been a pattern that they were used to for so long, being able to get away with something, that now finally, you know, you're seeing who they truly are and they're really afraid of that. What's this one? So we've got, throat chakra, communication. Communicate clearly and with integrity. So it's something they've got to really learn right now is, you know, maybe even on a deeper level, they do really believe in some part of themselves that they are coming through with some integrity. And I feel like, deep down they do want to come through with this, but they, for whatever reason, it's just how they are. You know, it's kind of like in their makeup that this is how they are. Maybe in their childhood they learned to lie or cover up things or only tell half-truths because that was just their way of dealing with things. Maybe they were just taught to do that. Maybe they just grew up to do that. And I want to hug you right now. So your person's feeling really alone, even though they need space and there's all this stuff going on for them. They are feeling really down. They're feeling really depleted of energy. They're feeling like shut out, rejected, in the bad corner. And they really just want to come in and hug you and smooth things over and just let us get on with it kind of thing. So they don't want to really get into the deep and meaning, like they don't want to get right into the deep and meaningful where you start asking all these questions and then they've got to, you know, come clean. And, you know, then they don't want you looking at them in a bad light more than you already do. So could you ever forgive me for all the hurt I've caused you? I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. And I do feel like, don't get me wrong, because it sounds really negative, like this reading so far. But what I do feel is that your person has been running away from their true selves for some time. And, you know, deep down, they actually really do feel bad for mistreating you, for their actions. They do feel bad. They're learning harsh lessons, that's for sure. So I just want you to be happy, even if that means without me in your life. So they do feel like, you know, they've made their bed, they've got to lie in it now. If it means having to have lost you, then, you know, then they feel like they deserve that. The best lover I've ever had. So they recognize that, you know, you and they have a very strong sexual connection. I know you think I only care about sex, but it's not true. I do care about you. I just don't know how to share my emotions with words. This is very similar. You might want to watch group 2. It might resonate with you as well. Some of the messages are coming through like that. Group 3. I replay our conversations over and over. So let's get to the main question now, which is, how do they see that you perceive them to be right now? Which I think is going to be pretty interesting because I'm sure that they think and see that you're not happy with them right now, the way things are happening. So we've got the 9 of Wands reversed. Yeah, like you've just given up on them. And there's Justice. Whoa. And there's the 9 of Swords. and we have the sun and also the world. So I feel like they feel that you've given up on them, but also that you might perceive them to be someone who just gives up too soon and just gives in, you know, to their own cowardly energy, like cowardice. It's like they don't have it in them to fight for this, you know. It's like that's how they perceive you to see them as. That's how they see that you perceive them as, is that they don't have the grunt to kind of like persevere and work on this, to face themselves, that they're a weakling. They see that you see that they're getting their karma now, okay, that justice is coming in, that they've got their punishment now. It's sort of like something's backfired on them now, and that they deserve everything they get. That you see them as being really anxious and in pain and stressing out and worried about what, you know, they see that, you know, trying to get my words around it. They see that you perceive them as being stressed out over what, you know, you're thinking, if that makes sense. So they're stressing out over what you're thinking of them. That's how they see that you think of them, that they're stressing out over what you think. Because they are someone who might be used to just being confident and doing whatever they want and not having to answer to anyone, and now they feel like they are really in the bad books and that they have done something really wrong, and so you're looking at them as someone who's really shallow, very weak, someone who doesn't have their integrity in place, as well as the same fact that you don't see, well, they see that you see that they don't have integrity, and they're not bringing light to a situation. They're not successful in their endeavors, and they're not full of warmth and integrity here. They are in a cold place. It's how they see that you see them, that they're struggling, and that they are immature and childish, and that, you know, they have always gotten what they want in the world. They've never had to go without, and now they're learning the harsh lessons. So they see that you see that they're falling apart, basically. That their world, like they are the center of their own world. They only think about themselves. So yeah, and they might have seen too that at one stage you did see them as your world. You might have really revolved your whole world around this person, and they know now that you might not see them in that light anymore. So we've got Leo, okay, Leo energy, Libra. All right, let's get something else here. Oops. So mirroring and also apprehensive. So you might be both apprehensive right now. So they see that you're apprehensive, but they see that you see that they're apprehensive, if that makes sense. That they're infatuated, okay? So they become infatuated with things. It might have been a temptation. They are tempted by you as well, but there's definitely, you see that they're infatuated with things, and that they kind of go off of the, you know, the most, like the greener on the other, like the grass is greener on the other side type thing, that you are seeing them drifting away from you and slowly disconnecting. They see that they are disconnecting from you, and that they've really withdrawn. But let's see what else is coming up with this. So how else do they see that you're perceiving them as? Impartiality. That they're neutral, that they're not really taking a side here. They're not really, maybe they're not coming in with apologies right now and showing their remorse, and they're not necessarily chasing after you, you know, either. So it's kind of like they haven't really let go, but they're not moving on. So that they are still holding on, but they're not moving on. So they're just stuck in the middle. They're just neutral right now. They're not doing anything. But that's how they perceive you to see them as. That they don't give a shit. Like you sort of see here, right? It's funny. Not funny, but funny. We see the Libra card, okay? So this is what this reminds me of, is the Libra. It's kind of like that balancing the scales. And I just feel like with your person, they feel that you view them as someone who just doesn't really feel like either way, just doesn't care either way it goes. You know, I know that's different, the meaning and justice, really. It's having a neutral, objective point of view here, being impartial, but I feel like you're seeing your person as not really trying to do anything. They're just staying still. They're not doing anything. They're not making a choice, is what I'm saying. Here as well. Okay. So how else do they see that you're perceiving them as in their shadow self right now? So ambivalence right there again, sort of like sitting on the fence. Doesn't really want to do it. We've got drunk. So it could be that your person does drink. You might see them a bit like a drunk. Defiant, see? Defiant energy coming through. There's defiance there. And closed off. And rebellious. So that's all the cards, that one for that one. So that's how they see that you see them. And their positive side, when they think about, you know, because they're in their shadow right now, but in their positive side, how they think that you see them in a positive light is that they're very cheeky. So they're probably a jokester, you know, someone who likes to joke a lot. And we've got faithful, which might seem like you might scoff at that right now and say, yeah, right. But you know, in the times where you were really close together, maybe they were quite faithful to you. But that's how they're perceiving you, seeing them, okay? Intuitive, that they're intuitive. And patient. And they might have not been faithful in certain areas, but they might have been faithful in other areas. We've got filled with love. So you might have seen them as someone who was just filled with love. So they say, I'm struggling with money at the moment and I need to focus on this first. So your person, you know, this doesn't have to be another person that they've chosen. It could be something to do with addictions even, you know. So it could be money issues. All right, so how are they perceiving you? How is your divine masculine perceiving you right now? Workaholic, so maybe you're getting really busy into your creative endeavors or just your career right now. He's seeing that you are maybe got some insecurities going on, and that there's a devil card again, like the devil here. So you might see that you're tied down to work and that you're probably insecure financially. Something's going on there. How else does he see you? The in-between. So interesting, in between. And we've also got the future. Interesting. So you might be living in the now, because in between is past, in between, and future. So you're living right in the now, but you're also moving forwards into the future. So you might be making plans to move away from your person. That's what they might be fearing right now, is that you are moving on from them. And look, boat. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. So they definitely feel like you are sailing away from them. Okay, have I got anything else? Yeah, so what is Spirit helping your person with right now? Tolerance. You appreciate other points of view because you sense the love in everyone. Your person doesn't have much tolerance for other people or their feelings even. And even maybe themselves, they don't have much tolerance. So they need to start learning that. And that's what Spirit's coming in and helping them with right now. So yes, a wish coming true in this situation. And wow, sacred sexuality. This is interesting. Oh my God, did you see that? That was weird. Reaching out, and the angels are protecting this connection. That was quite full on how that came out just then. Could be that your person does want to reach out to you. They really do miss you. They want to physically connect with you. Angels are protecting the connection. Let's just get another message. So we've got, I'll always be here to keep you safe. So it feels like your person really does want to come in and prove something to you. They may not want to reveal everything that they've been up to or feel ashamed of, but they definitely want to come in and protect you and keep you safe. You are always in my thoughts. All right, let's get some charms. So for group 3's person, please, Spirit. So we have the hope. First thing I see is hope. There is hope for this connection, guys. You might be able to work things through with each other. There's the peace dove again, which we did see in this card here too, the peace dove, okay? So it definitely looks like there could be healing and peace involved in this connection here. Also, the peace can represent hope. So we've also got the plane, aeroplane, so someone could be traveling on a plane. You might be overseas from one another. Definitely guardian angels connecting, protecting this connection, putting you both under their wing. So you did see before that your person might be praying to a higher power. Also, there's commitment here. So we look like the diamonds are forever. They are the girl's best friend. And it's looking at the many aspects of someone's personality. I can't bloody speak. Their personality. So it looks like that there could be definitely a commitment in this for you guys if you want it, and that's where it's meant to go. We've got the seashell, so there could definitely be travel, but also someone who lives near the beach or travel to a beach. You both have each other in your heart space here. So even though there's anger and everything going on, this could be, you know, the deep love that's still there. The tree of life, so things can grow beautifully together and healthy, and you might want a family together eventually. Just it's showing that through the lessons there's growth. There is a key, okay, so it also looks like this sign of Aries right there. So it looks like that could be for an Aries or the key to your heart. We have someone secretly admiring you. And there's feelings and emotions your person hasn't yet shared with you. So we see that your person's cutting themselves away from bad or negative addictions or patterns. And we get the pussycat too. So someone could be a cat lover, have a cat or a pet. And it can represent also someone who just wants to cuddle with you and keep you company. So let's have a look at some letters for group 3. So we've got an M. And we've got a Z, a T, H, V, and K, guys. So V, K, H, T, N, or a Z, you could take it either way, and an M. Okay, guys, so I hope that's resonated with you. Please put a green heart in the comments section below if you want to be in the draw to win a private reading with me, or to go in the draw to win a deck of my cards, Divine Love Messages from your Twin Flame Soulmate. Look at that, we have had many lifetimes together. And I look forward to connecting with you guys next time. Love and blessings. Hi group 4, welcome guys. I'm so glad you could join me today. We're going to be looking at the Lovers Tarot, and Athena, integrity is your special message. So it's the goddess of war and wisdom. Do not let anything confine or limit you. You need nothing but yourself. Look within for all the joy that exists. Lovers, husband and family are fine, but if these are not a part of your journey, so be it. Rejoice in the warrior princess that you are. Do not let the external realities of your life define who you are. Find strength in your womanhood, virgin or sexual priestess, and let it guide you. Wow, amazing. That is so cool. So let's have a look. Group 4. What's going on with their divine masculine, please, Spirit? Okay, group. Wow. I didn't even ask a question, but anyway. Excuse me, full on energies going on here. So we've got the Ace of Cups reversed, the Six of Pentacles reversed, the Nine of Swords reversed, and the Hierophant. I'm not going to take these as the current energy, but I will read them quickly. Looks like your person might be closed off to giving anything to you right now. They're really starting to learn some harsh lessons here, or some strong lessons here. They've been quite anxious. They need to maybe withdraw and go within. Let's have a look. current energy, please, of group 4's person, Divine Masculine. Page of Wands. The Four of Wands reversed. And the Hanged Man. Yeah, your person's waiting and pausing and reflecting right now. They're really going off on their own journey here. And not feeling extremely in a place of wanting to celebrate life right now. Let's see what's going on here. Clinging, holding on, obsessing, and watching. Interesting, because we see the Page of Wands as, you know, this male here is looking out into the distance or over the horizon. He might be watching you from afar right now. Not necessarily taking action or wanting to communicate right now, but there's definitely a feeling of obsessing and watching you, holding on. Your person hasn't moved away from you. They haven't moved on from you even if they have withdrawn, okay? He's not necessarily in... I just feel like it's interesting because it's really interesting because a Page of Wands is someone who usually comes through with good news. They want to come forward and communicate. But your person's really holding back on this right now. There is like this burst of energy that wants to come through from your person, but they are holding back. They are making sure that they do hold back. Trying to have that self-control, kind of like being pushed into a corner right now where they just have no choice but to just go within and suss out what it is that they want and what they're feeling. Okay. Could be issues around marriage or the family home right now as well. Maybe they're not feeling strong within themselves, like they're not feeling like there's a strong foundation in their life right now. They're not feeling stability. Yeah, wow. Okay, so your person might be feeling quite angry, explosive, non-communicative, which is really interesting because I feel like there's bursts of anger. I don't feel like your person's sitting in this anger for too long. Because when I see this card, I do feel peace. I feel like your person's trying to really withdraw and find the answers. But there are bursts of anger that come up within them when they start to think about things, and they are watching you from afar. Right now. So Capricorn, practical, disciplined, responsible. Your person's trying to ground their energy right now and really pay attention to the things they need to rather than what they really, you know, desire to. So they might desire you. He might desire to be with you, might be angry because he can't be with you right now, or he's just not happy with things the way they're going. Might be angry at himself for not having his life sorted, because there's a very strong element of finances here as well with Capricorn, and they need to really be organized, okay? So I feel like your person's not organized right now. He feels a little bit all over the place. He knows he has to just bring his energy in right now and just try to ground himself and sort himself out. Whoopsies, sorry. I don't know if I could ever explain just how much I love you and what I am going through. Wow, you know, like there's a lot of stuff stirring in your person's heart chakra right now. And I feel like at the moment, being a Page 2, that they might feel that they're just nowhere near where they want to be in their lives right now, and just might feel like they really need to take a step back and really analyze and reevaluate where they're at and what they need to do. Okay. So, yeah, wow. Yeah, he wants to talk to you. So he's sitting back, not talking. There is this self-control going on here, but he wants to talk to you. Okay, so how is he feeling towards you right now? Group 4. Queen of Wands. Wow, he sees you as the queen of passion. He looks up to you. And we've got the Page of Pentacles reversed. We've got the Knight of Swords. So what is he feeling? Five of Cups. Wow, they're flying out crazy today. It's just too many there. Hang on. But this one is the Nine of Swords reversed. Didn't that come out in the beginning? So, you know, your person's got a lot of anxiety going on right here. He's worried that you are not wanting to give him anything. He feels really sad right now because he wants to come in and tell you the truth, whatever that means. There's a truth he wants to come forward with. He just doesn't feel like he's got himself sorted out right now yet to come forward. Maybe you've turned your back on him. See how the page is looking this way, but he's also going within, but the Queen is looking the other way. Or she's just paying attention to what's in front of her, which is the sunflower, which is hope. And so you're just possibly looking at your own stuff in life. You may be just focused on your own thing, and you may not necessarily be giving or offering anything to your divine masculine right now. And maybe that's why he's angry as well, because maybe you've closed off to him. But he definitely feels sad and anxious because he wants to come forward and tell you truth. Yeah, he wants to talk to you. He wants to come in fast too. And resentment, stinging words, bitterness and anger. So I feel like this is your energy, okay? I feel like he's picking up on this and he's watching from afar, hoping that you'll open the door to communication with him, because at the moment you might have really closed it off. You might be the one that's really sad as well, feeling like you've had no choice but to close the door for now and walk away, that you're not willing to invest anything in the connection now, or give him any more of your time or energy or even money, whatever it might be. Visualize your dreams into reality. So that's what he's trying to do with the Hanged Man here, is in his quiet time, he is trying to work out a way how to come forward towards you to make things right. He hates the thought and idea that he has caused you any angst or pain. I'm sorry I never gave you any closure, but I don't want this to end. I feel like I need you in my life to some degree, or it will all fall apart. Oh yeah, he does. He feels like up here he's holding back. He wants to come forward and talk to you. He's not feeling secure. He is clinging on to something here with you. He's not let go, but he is feeling angry at the moment. Could be angry at himself. For something that's happened here or past actions that have been taken. He might be angry at you too for maybe shutting him out or shutting down communication. That's what he's doing there. Okay. So he says, I know that this is a once-in-a-lifetime love. No one will ever compare to you. So he realizes it's kind of like he's looking at you like you're just this queen and he's a page, right? It's how he sees himself as, that he's just not, he hasn't got what it takes to really meet you up to your level, to meet you on your level. That maybe you're too good for him. You might be angry because he might think that you think you're too good for him. Something along those lines is going on. Okay. So infidelity, cheating, deception, secret. So it could be that there was infidelity. Maybe he did choose another path, which is why you've shut him out. Or it could be that he's worried that you're doing this, that you're moving on, okay? Trust. Okay, so maybe you think he's moved on with someone, or that he cheated or chose someone else over you, and he wants you to trust that he chooses you, that he's not doing those things or isn't going to again. Sorry about that. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. Okay, so let's ask the big question now. So how does he see that you're viewing him right now? How does he see that you perceive him to be right now? Three of Swords reversed. the Nine of Pentacles reversed, Six of Wands, and the Hermit reversed. Interesting, because I always see like the Hermit to me is very similar to the Hanged Man. They're both withdrawn, they're both going within to seek answers and to see something in a new light. And I feel like with the Hermit here, which is also the Virgo card here too, your person feels like you're seeing them, that they're not learning their lessons, that they're just not getting it, they're not seeing it, like the light bulb's not coming on. And that, you know, they just are in their ego right now, moving like in their own circles, in their own life, doing whatever they want to do, being in their ego, being defiant, being stubborn, not working on themselves, not working on their coin, not being strong, or not working on their stability. They see that you see that they're heartbroken over you, and that they're not healing from this. That they're not healing, they're not working on themselves in this way. That there is heart fog, mixed signals, blocked emotions, and clutter. So they see that you see that they're just confused, and that they are giving you mixed signals. They have blocked emotions, they're not open and sharing, which is why they probably want to come and talk to you. So that's how they see that you see them. So yang, imbalance, needing the feminine, incomplete. So they're definitely in that yang energy, the masculine, and they need the feminine. So they see that you see that, you know, they need you, that they are incomplete without you. And we've been meeting in dreams. That's what he's saying to you. We've been meeting in dreams. And I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. So it's starting to realize there's lessons in this. And he wants to come through with courage to face you, to have this talk with you. It's going to take a lot of courage to do so. Wow, hang on a minute. You're the most beautiful soul I've ever known. It blows my mind you could love me. There is a self-esteem issue going on there. Choose love, not fear, 666 3D. So that is kind of like both of your messages to each other from the 5D. You're both wanting to tell each other, that don't make decisions based on fear. So what else does he think that you perceive him as? Creation. So he might see that you view him as someone who's very creative, or that he's able to manifest things if he wants to in his life, if he puts his mind to it. Oh, hang on, that came out weird. Impartiality. So that he might be very neutral. He might be sitting on the fence right now. And that he might, he thinks that you might think that it's a miracle that that he would be able to get to a point in changing his life, and being what you would like him to be. How does he see that you view him in his shadow side here? So, wow. He sees that you feel that he's in grief, like he's grieving over you. And that you see him as being very doubtful. So he's doubtful of his own ability to grow and heal. And that he's going through darkness. So he sees that you see that he's in a dark place. Okay, so with his positive self, what does he feel that you see within him in a positive light? That he's free-spirited, which is very much that Page of Wands energy. That he's very fortunate. He seems to be lucky in life. He gets what he wants. He's very caring. And also grounded. So that's in his positive side. At the moment, he's in a shadow. Oh, yeah. How does he view you? That's what I wanted to see. How is he perceiving you to be? How does he perceive you to be? He sees that you're impatient, that you really want things to be just done right now. And he might feel that he can't give you what you need right when you need it. So passion, he sees that you're very passionate. A very passionate person who goes for what they want, and that you follow your instincts in life too. Like, you don't sit there stressing about things too much. Like, he does feel like you follow your passions. How else does he see you? That there's certain patterns that you might be following right now. So he sees there's patterns within you as well that you need to heal. Okay, and the 12 is also this one, the Hanged Man. So he sees that you also need to go within and look at your own behavioral patterns here as well. Okay. So now then, I just wanted to get another message. He says, I get insecure when it comes to you. I am nervous and overwhelmed in your presence. Yeah, he really looks up to you like that queen. And sometimes I feel like you would be better off if I disappeared, but I can't let go. That's that clinging energy. Yeah, he really feels it in some parts, like he feels very inferior to you. And we've got seduction, so attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference, and the snake. Competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. So there could definitely be a third-party situation for some of you, not all of you. But it definitely shows... Oh, sorry, guys, there's a loud neighbour with their boat or something starting up. So it does show that perhaps... there has been this infidelity, okay? It does show up again. So it's either he feels that you could be doing this, or this is something that's happening in the connection that needs healing. My God. No, noisy neighbours, right? It's annoying. Okay. So let's have a look at what is Spirit helping your person with. Wow, there it is. Spirit is helping your person... Spontaneity. You move beyond, you move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. So your person is learning to be spontaneous, not so closed off or stressing out and insecure and not trusting in the process. They're also being taught to trust it, to go within with the Hermit and this, to go within and trust in their own instincts here. I'm so sorry about that bloody noise. Never happens any other day. I've never heard my neighbour do that before. Oh, God help us. So here we go. So what is Spirit's guidance card for you for group 4? My power. You are to stand in your own power, girl or guy, divine feminine, whoever I'm reading for. You need to stand in your own power, okay? This is really important because you can allow things to really grow and blossom, and see how she's got a really calm face. She's just so calm and serene, and she just knows that she's strong in her own presence, in her own power. Nothing can sway her happiness. So that's where you're being guided to be, okay? That no matter what happens with this person and what they choose to do, it's no longer going to affect you anymore. Okay, so what else do I need to look at? I think there's one more. So yeah, it's not the right time. The door's closed on this. This is why you've really got to embrace your own power here and really follow that. Follow your instincts, follow your passions and your heart, and don't allow this to affect you any longer. Because it has for a while now. So seeing you triggers past pain within me. That's what's going on with him, is that you might be quite strong on your path right now, but there's something about you that gets on their nerves right now, because it could be that it just reflects to them all the things they still need to heal. And I wish I could share my good news with you. Now, we did see that your person might have some good news they do want to share with you. There might be some changes in their life that's occurred right now, that we do see they want to come in and talk to you about something. So there's some good news there. What's that? Let's have a look. What could that be about? What could that be about here? So it's the moon reversed. Okay, so this is the subconscious realm. So we are talking about the Hanged Man. There has been some things that have come to light for your person. There might be some ideas about, you know, how they have come to realize now what went wrong and how they were the ones to cause this to be wrong. Because it just feels to me like something's come up now where they're not, it's not hiding away from them at the moment right here. There's definitely been some revelation here for them that's come up, and they do want to come forward and tell you about something they've learned about themselves, perhaps even their healing journey, something they know they need to do. And they do want to make it right with you because they feel really bad. They do feel really bad that they have caused this pain within you, and they do want to step into their integrity now. Okay, that's important. So let's have a look at some charms for group 4, please, Spirit. Group 4, charms for group 4. Let's get more than that, eh? Oh well, here we go. Wow, hang on a minute. Was it the other reading or this one? I can't remember now. Might have been the other reading. Okay, doesn't matter. There was the word drunk that came up in one of the readings, but this is so interesting. Oh my God. There's two. There's a beer and there's a Jack Daniels bottle. Wow, guys. So your person could definitely be or might have had some addictions happening here as well. They could be drinking away their sadness right now, you know, their problems. There's the healing of the heart chakra occurring with the rose quartz right here. And we've got the Cheshire cat, I can't remember how to say it, Cheshire cat, which always shows me that there's kind of like a guiding force around your person right now, coming in with bits of wisdom now and then to help them on their way. It could be in the form of other people or spirit, okay, coming in, or animal guides. We also have the starfish, so I feel like your person is being guided and being looked after on this journey. You're both surviving rough seas right now in this. We also have travel perhaps, but I look at this as like the Wheel of Fortune. So it does show destiny, and the karma is being balanced out now. We also see the windmills, so it could be that someone lives semi-rural or out in the country or comes from a certain country, like I think someone said Holland. It was a connection for them. So there could definitely be some connections there as well, but it does talk about winds of change. So let's have a look at some letters for you. Group 4. Felt like I had to do one more. Yeah, there it is. Okay, we've got P-A-D, K, V, Y, and Q. So we've got P-A-Y, so pay. So it shows me that there could be some issues around money. Maybe they owe you money, or vice versa. There's something here, maybe around money, okay. What else have I got? D-A-Y, someone might be a day person. You know, you might have a night owl or a day person. There might be a day person. K is a word, is a name. K-A-Y could be someone's name. Yak. Now, yak is, oh, tell me what a yak is. Is it like a bison or something, or... I'll have to look it up, but yes, I know it's an animal. So it could be, like, look up the medicine for that one, for a yak. Could be significant. What else do we have here? I've got pad, P-A-D. Not sure if that means, like, someone's house, like a pad, or if it's, what am I saying, notepad, I don't know. There's so many things I just can't see here. Yeah, what is it? It's hard when there's only one vowel, guys. So there's only like the A, and there's a Q. So we've got D, P, A, K, V, Y, Q, okay? So there could be initials too that are significant, guys. So please leave a green heart in the comments section below if you want to be in the draw to win a private reading with me, or to go in the draw to win a deck of my cards, Divine Love Messages from your Twin Flame Soulmate. And wow, look at this, let go of resentment. This is what your person's telling you. So I look forward to connecting with you guys next time. Love and blessings. Hi guys, just going to quickly go through the cards that I was using in case you're interested. I get a lot of people asking me, what cards did you use and which ones were these ones? So I thought I'd quickly go through them. I'd like to show you first off the other YouTube creators, what they have created, as well as my own cards. So the first card that I was using here today that looks like these is the Hidden Truth Oracle by All Things Intuitive. Then we've got these cards here, which I love using pretty much all the time in my readings. The Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle by Aqua Moonlight. Okay, yep. And then I have Moody Moon Messages by Masculine Edition by Sister Moon Tarot. We've got Bridget Rao, DM's Confessions. So Divine Masculine's Confessions. Thank you for loving me more than anyone ever has. I never knew anyone could love me like you. I just thought it'd be cool to read the messages out. What was the other ones? Yang, Imbalance, Needing Feminine, Incomplete. The other one was You Don't Know How Hard It Was to Let You Go. And the other one was Heart Fog. Then we've got my Divine Love Messages from your Twin Flame Soulmate that you have a chance to win. We've been meeting in dreams. My other deck that I created, the Divine Oracle. Visualize your dreams into reality. Then we've got the Divine Love Oracle that I created. Not this time. And we've also got Charming Oracle Love Messages by Sarah at Charming Oracle. And it says, I know that this is a once-in-a-lifetime love. No one will ever compare to you. And so I've got my Divine Radiant Self Oracle that I created. This was specifically for these types of readings to show what positive aspects of someone's personality or character is coming through with. There's all different words, like on 100 cards or something here. So it just shows you all different messages that you can think of. So that is my own deck, Free Spirited. So that one that goes with this one is the Divine Shadow Self Oracle, which obviously shows the shadows that somebody is undergoing right now. So grief. You can order any of my decks if you'd like to. I've got links below through a website that I use. Okay, so this is Island Time Wellness cards, and these are really cute. These are little description cards. Keys on a ring, many options, decision, unconventional, string along, one night stand. So there's all different little messages in those ones. We've got the Chakra Wisdom Oracle by Tori Hartman, and these are cool too because they show different messages on the cards here as well. We've got the Lover's Tarot that I used for reading 4, and this one is by Jane Lyle. We've got the Power cards. I think it's Embrace Your Power by Wisa Chow. I think it is. So they're really gorgeous illustrations and cards and messages on here as well. If they're not reversed, there we are. So some gorgeous cards on there. We've got James Van Prague's very own Power of Love activation cards. So each one has a message on the love hearts here. So this is what we were using today. We've got the Goddess Power cards by Colette Baron Reid. So each one holds a really beautiful message from the goddesses, if they're not all reversed. Oh my god. So there we are, Kuan Yin. I love Kuan Yin. So beautiful illustrations on those as well. We have the Triple Goddess Tarot, and this is by Who's this one by? This is by Jamie Elford and Franco Rivoli. So beautiful illustrations on these as well. So that's those ones. We've also got the Crystal Visions Tarot by Jennifer Galasso. It's, like the elven fairy realm, those ones, like pixies and stuff. And then we've got the Dark Fairy Tale Tarot, which is by Raphael DeAngelis. Oh no, I didn't use that one today. What am I saying? I didn't even use that one today. I just grabbed the box. Oh, well, that's another one I usually use. But this one today was the Universal Celtic Tarot by Floriana Nativo, I think her name is. So this is gorgeous as well. I love using these decks of cards, guys. So that is pretty much it. These little goddess cards that I used in the beginning, I've got no idea of the author or the artist. I had bought these, or I don't even know if I bought them or was given them many, many years ago now. And they came in a little box, but I don't know anymore who created these, but they're just gorgeous little goddess cards. So that is pretty much it, guys. So I look forward to connecting with you next time. Thanks for watching.